reality is, for the most part, the things that we see around us, the things that we experience, the things that we feel, the things that we touch, the things that we taste, the things that we can physically account for around us is what we usually call reality. This is what we see, and because we see it, because we touch it, we taste it, we feel it, we sense it, we think about it, and because we're thinking about it, we think and see life through the same sense impressions that we have computed in the information that we've gathered. You know, if we're looking at the world around us and we're seeing a lot of, for instance, red cars, and we think, wow, the world is full of red cars. Because we've made this conclusion to say that the world is full of red cars, we're going to convince ourselves to only be aware of that particular reality. It does not mean that the other realities do not exist, but this becomes our own personal reality. Whatever it is that you look at, you think about, and because you think about it, it becomes a part of your reality. But we do have a choice in the matter. Sometimes we can choose not to see certain things. Sometimes we can choose to be aware of certain realities, and we can choose to be unaware of certain realities. Many people talk about the positive and the negative, and to say, I choose to be positive. I choose to be aware of a positive reality. I choose to be aware of a reality where I'm motivated, I'm inspired, I'm working toward the things that matter for me. And for some people, that kind of reality doesn't really make much sense to them, because they are more aware of a reality where they're suffering, a reality where things in life are hard, things where they do not come easy, a reality where they have to fight every single time. If they don't fight, they deny the existence of that possibility. Of course, there's a lot of gray areas in what is real and what is not, and how many philosophers think about this matter. But this is something that you also need to be very aware of as you are either thinking of and maybe starting or running already your business. Say that we do have at least two kinds of realities. The first is the subjective, where in this particular one, we choose to see the things that we choose to see. In the objective reality, both good and bad exist, both positive and negative exist, both this and that, both here and there. Life is hard and life is easy, you know. There is happiness and there is sadness. They exist interdependent of each other. One cannot be without the definition of the other. And so, as a business owner, as a leader, as an entrepreneur, as a person who is working with other people in a leadership capacity, you need to be able to understand, how does the orientation toward whatever metric that matters to be able to inspire your people work in your favor or against you? If we were to be able to ask you to go inside of your mind, inside of your brain, and look at all the thoughts that you're having, what would that look like? Can you imagine? Are your thoughts organized? Are they of a particular nature? Say maybe, for instance, it's positive thoughts that are geared towards self-improvement and thoughts of power and potency? Or are they thoughts of weakness, chaos, and disorder? And if they are, this will be the reality in which you'll be living in. Can you honestly say that you enjoy living in that particular reality in which your thoughts, as you imagined what your mental environment might be like, in the kind of thoughts that you saw? Are they thoughts of power? Are they thoughts of organization? Are they thoughts of order? Are they thoughts of kindness, of positivity, of hope? Or are they thoughts of despair, loss of faith, victimhood, complaining, seeing things in the negative light? Can you live with those thoughts if were to ask you to say live in that area forever? Many people do, without realizing that they have a choice to change. But this is just one question I want to ask you today. Would you want to be living in that particular area if you were to be aware that you have a choice in changing the perspective with which you approach life?